Hello everybody and welcome to Filbert Flies and welcome back to P3D. Today we are flying the PMDG 747-400 Queen of the Skies from Glasgow Prestwick down to Luxembourg. It's a real world route. It's my second ever cargo flight. All Ben's idea that I should have a go at these short cargo hops, and I think it's a very good idea. So that's what we're doing, and we've got a little bit of boarding underway at the moment. I've hopped into the avatar view to give you a little look around. There is no chat in the on the side of the stream today. That is because it didn't want to work. So we're just going to have to rely on the good old-fashioned YouTube chat, unfortunately. So yes, this is GSX Level 2, which is responsible for all of these packages boarding. And to be honest, I started it a little bit too early. I think we're nearly all boarded, but it does at least give you a chance to see how it looks and how it works, because when it comes to MSFS, the world is going to be a much, much better place. So who is here early? Simon, hello. Simon is flying with me. Ben is also flying with me, I believe. But if you're watching, Ben, I still can't see your plane. I don't know if you haven't connected to VATSIM or if you've connected as an observer or what. But anyway, I can't see you. I can see Simon. We can go and visit Simon, I think. Yes, he's flying the CRJ today. Yes, the... back to the walking simulator, yeah. Yes, so he's flying the CRJ today. Yes, Luxembourg is big enough for a 747. Cargolux is huge. It's a huge international cargo airline, and they fly a lot of these 400s and the 747-8s, which I suspect Ben might be flying because he's recently bought it. Caffel, hello, welcome. Antony, hello, and Elliot, hello, and Jeff Boy. Yeah, the cargo people and I have quite a tense relationship, Jeff. Actually, I had a little go at one of the luggage cart drivers because I was waiting about 20 minutes for the bags to get loaded, and yeah, and it didn't go down well. And ever since then, they've all heard about me, and they all just try and run me over. So it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but we are where we are. Right, who else have I not said hello to? Tommy, hello to you. Welcome. I'm very well, thank you. And LDR in flight. I don't think I've said hello to you. The rest of you, I think I said hello to in chat, but my apologies if I didn't. Do stick your hand up. Right, so there's just a couple of things we need to do before we start setting up the plane. Mostly, yeah, tough times never last, Jeff, especially when you're about to be killed by a baggage train. We're going to get on board, and yeah, there's just one thing I didn't do before starting, which is a little bit naughty. I didn't start up the old Benet overlay, so I'm just going to do that very quickly now so that you get your nice bar at the top of the screen rather than the garbled nonsense you have at the moment. You're welcome, Anthony, you're welcome. Getting some, yeah, it's important to stretch your legs, you know, if you're flying long haul particularly, but even if you're flying short distances. Yeah, it's very important, very important. You don't want to end up with a DVT between here and Luxembourg. It would just be embarrassing, you know. Right, let me change what you're seeing at the top there a second. So we're going from EGPK to ELLX. We are flying Cargolux flight CLX, and we'll use 74 Juliet because that's our ATC call sign. We're flying on VATSIM at flight level 330. And transition altitude, I haven't checked that yet actually. I'll just do that now quickly. Charts, there's my SID, Transition altitude here is 6,000 feet. So hopefully that's your overlay sorted. I can't see it while I'm doing it. I'll have a look now. Yes, that looks much better. Awesome. So I used to fly the 747 quite a lot before MSFS came out, and I used to know what I was doing with it. I have to say the last few flights I've done have been a little bit hit and miss, so I am just going to warn you now, not everything is necessarily going to go to plan, but I will do my best. Ah, Ben, you are in the chat. Hello. Can I see your plane yet? Stand 6 is right over here, isn't it? Like on the opposite side. See, I think you should be here, but I'm seeing nobody, and I don't know why. Anyway, We're going to be about an hour setting up, I think. Don't mean to worry anyone, but it does take a while in this plane. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the FS2 crew pre-flight events first and foremost, so we can get things underway. And we can always fast forward them.
Okay, let's start setting up.
Cool.
So the first officer in this is absolutely incredible. He does all of his flows. He interacts with the aircraft a lot better than the Flight Crew A321 does. And I'm hoping that that's pretty much where this new fly-by-wire version that's coming out soon is headed. Right, we'll close some doors. We'll close the cargo doors. We don't need those open anymore. Close the side cargo. In fact, we can probably, thinking about it, close all the doors. It's not like we're waiting for passengers or anyone, is it? So yes, let's close all the doors, and let's nip outside and watch them. Ah, there he is. He's popped up. This airport does just feel too small for even one of these planes, doesn't it? Let alone two. I've never been to Prestwick in real life, but having flown in here yesterday and having had a look around today, I think I don't have any real desire to be honest with you. It looks a little bit grim. It is, yeah, it is a beautiful plane. It is. It's my favourite plane in the world. Hit or miss, that's 100% of your flights, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true of everyone really, isn't it? It's the proportion of hits to misses that you're looking at. Right, what am I doing before we start setting up? There's one more thing I wanted to do. Close that. Right, good. So we'll get on board and we're going to start setting up the FMC. I don't know why I've got this sort of... Can you see there's a light following my cursor around? It's a little bit weird. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, we'll go with it. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to the... Oh, I think we have to go back to the menu in this plane. Menu FMC. We're going to check our AIRAC cycle, which is correct. We're going to go to POSINIT. We are going to copy our GPS position. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to. Ah, we haven't turned on the IRSs yet, I suspect. I think that's something that the first officer does a little bit further along his flow. So let's just fast forward that till he's done his walk around.
I'm off with the walk around.
Yeah,
all right.
Hurry up with the walk around. I've had a quick look. It seems fine. There we are. So he's obviously done that before heading out. So our IRSs are set to nav. What have I missed in the chat? Hello, Zanis. Welcome. How are you? You're getting a bit anxious being a 747 sandwich. It is going to be cool. It is. Yeah, it's a good little appetizer before tonight's flight, isn't it? I'll try and keep my distance. If I don't see you, it's probably because I'm too close, Simon. You're still on 30-minute out of a 3 hours EBO tutorial. Oh yeah, it's different to the 744, but not so different. There is Boeing stuff to be learnt here. And I'll try and demonstrate it correctly. It's not going all that well so far. But anyway, so we've got our IRS set to nav. I thought that was something he did right at the beginning, but apparently not. So now we can copy the GPS position down to here, and that's done. We can go over to our route page now, and we are going from... Why can't I ever remember an ICAO code? I don't know. EGPK. If you click in here, then you can type using your keyboard, which is very handy. Makes everything that little bit quicker. And we're going to ELLX. And our flight number is CLX74 Juliet. Got to make sure the window's active. Don't just start typing when you've been looking at another window. It won't work. CLX74 Juliet. And then we can do activate and execute. And then what we can do is use the ACARS data link to import our flight plan, which is a very handy feature indeed. So ACARS, pre-flight, and then basically you just fill in the boxes. But I think one of the things I often do is I forget to deactivate this FMS or this CDU and click in here. And I'm suspecting that that's what some of the invalid entry errors that I've been getting before are all about. Right, so once again, same information. You do have to put it in twice. I'm not entirely sure why, but you do. EGPK, ELLX. Our estimated time of departure. So we're going to try and depart at the same time as the real world flight. I'm not in live time here. It's 14:02 Zulu, and this flight is scheduled to depart at 15:45 local, so 14:45 Zulu. So we'll put that in there. 14:45. Our estimated time en route is 1 hour 50 minutes. It's going to be less than that, so we'll call it 0125, I think, something like that. Sounds good. Airline ID is the 2-letter code rather than the 3-letter one, and that is CV for Cargolux. Okay, and now we should be able to click Data Link Connect and then press it again for Data Link Sync, and I get the invalid entry. But it works in spite of that, or it has in the past, so hopefully it will today. Hello, Joel. Welcome to the stream. We'll have to make sure you taxi in between. yeah, we should do that. We should absolutely do that. Right, so we can clear that. I think we press activate again here. And then I think we press request send. And that will, there we are, press request again. And that will send a request via the data link to import our route. Ah, Kevin, I didn't see you arrive. Sorry, I'm so used to looking at the restream chat. I really struggle when I've just got a little YouTube chat window in the corner. But welcome. How are you? There we are. Route 1 uplink ready. Press load. And it says invalid entry. But then you clear that and it says Route 1 uplink loading. And that's what we want. So we wait for that to process. And then we'll just have to set up for our arrival and departures. And we're... Arrival and departures? Departures and arrivals, and we're pretty much there. So it's re-imported our flight number, press activate, press execute. Bob's your uncle. Hopefully. And we've got the wind data uplink ready. Now, I couldn't remember how you imported this before, but I think I can now. Route data, wind data load, yes. So what that's done is it's got all of the current weather and winds aloft and everything else from Active Sky, which is a weather plugin, basically a weather engine for P3D and FSX. And it's going to adjust our times en route based on those winds and all kinds of fancy stuff like that, which is nice. We can input our descent uplink as well, which, if I remember rightly, we do under the VNav page. Do we? Descent, forecast, yes we do. Load. There we are, and it's got our winds for our various altitudes, which is very, very cool. I'm very well, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I'm very well. I'm excited about flying this on stream. Slightly worried I'm going to mess it up because, you know, I may be a sky god, but but not so much in this. It's been a long time since I've flown it. Interestingly, that we've still got quite a few cargo doors open, and I think that's because FS2 crew's controlling them, so that's fine. We can leave them be. Right, so we've done that. We can move on to our departure and arrivals. Now, let me just get the latest weather. It was quite blustery here last time I checked. Right, meta.
Just back from the walk around. No problems at all.
Cool.
Oh, good. Cool. Hang on a second. Where are we going? EGPK. So we've got winds of 310 at 16 knots. Awesome, they've died down a little bit. So that suggests that we want a runway. Is it 30 here? I've got the wrong charts up. Yes, it is. A runway 30 departure. And we're going to follow the Luco 1 kilo departure. And we'll execute that. Done. We may as well do our arrival at the same time because we can be pretty sure about that, I think. Certainly our star. Let me just check the latest. .meta ELLX. 120 at 5 knots. So we're looking for probably at an ILS 06 arrival based on that. We can always change this. It's not like MSFS. It won't break anything. And the star, I think, was not one that will take us to runway 6. Let's have a quick look. It was a REMB 2 mic. So we want some kind of REMB star. We'll tweak this en route, but it'll do us for now. Element OP. Gosh, there's loads of arrivals for such a small airport, aren't there? Well, we'll go with REM 3 mic. That's what we have planned, and we'll sort out the transitions, etc. once we're in the air. So that should be a complete route. We'll go over to the legs page. We'll flick through and make sure everything looks just about right. There are no discontinuities or anything. And there is a discontinuity, but it's before our arrival, so we're going to be tweaking that anyway. What we can do is move our view up here, and much like we do with any other aircraft, we can go to the plan mode, and then we can start at the beginning and step through our waypoints to make sure it sort of matches the chart. Try not to go beyond the beginning though, because that's silly. There we are. So we're going to take off, make a left turn round and back on ourselves, which looks right. Yep, down to Luco, and then all the way through until we reach that discontinuity we saw earlier, which is here. So that's fine. What have I missed in the chat? In for the crash. There'll be no crash today, Luke. There'll be no crash today. Hello, Garlic Games. Welcome. I'm glad you're pleased to see us 747. It's going to be a good flight, I think. I hope. I do a good job of acting like I know how to control every aircraft, Joel. I don't necessarily back that up with the quality of my landings, etc. But anyway. We can go back to map mode now. Okay, so that's all looking pretty good. Now then, if we go back to the init ref page, it automatically goes to our perf init, which is where we put in our...
I'm finished my scan.
Okay, good, thank you. Which is where we put in the 0 fuel weight. It can do it automatically. We put in our fuel reserves from our flight plan, which I have on another window. Where are we? FinRes 4791. Or in tons, 4.8, which is what it's asking for, clearly. Cost index, we're going to use 55 today. And we're going to be cruising at flight level 330. And you'll notice the line on the map changing as we do all of this, because it works out what our profile is going to be like based on our weight, etc., which is cool. What snacks are on board today? Well, whatever you've brought in your bag, to be honest, Lou. It's a freighter. There's nothing in the way of service, I'm afraid. Hello, Darren. Welcome. How are you? Right, so now we need to look at our thrust limit page, but before we do that, we go forward to takeoff. I don't know why it doesn't step you through automatically to takeoff, but it doesn't. Now, I have a program called TopCat for calculating accurate performance figures. If you don't, then it's not the end of the world, because this will give you pretty good estimates. So I'll just open my freighter profile. And we'll go to takeoff. I know you can't see this, but I'm talking anyway because I can't stop talking. EGPK. We're going to use runway 30. I'm going to update the weather. And it's very much like Web Pro when you're using the A320, to be honest with you. You just download the weather, put in your takeoff weight, and it does all the calculations for you. What is our takeoff weight, out of interest? 291964. Hit compute, and it'll give us some figures. Flaps 20. And we can just choose a margin. I'm going to choose a relatively large margin, I think. 104 meters doesn't sound enough, so we'll go for 241 meters. We're going to use an assumed temperature of 51 degrees. a V1 of 139, 146 for VR, 156 for V2. So flaps 20. 139. Where do I put my assumed temperature? I think that must be in the other page. Yeah, thrust temperature is 20. Back to the takeoff page. Thrust temperature, assumed temperature, 139. 146. 156. We can import our trim center of gravity, 23%, plus 5.3. I'll make a note of that for when we do it. And that's that bit done. So we've done thrust limit. We're going to use takeoff, climb, and an assumed temperature. Did I put hang on. What I meant to type in there was 51, not 20. That would be ridiculous. Now we've done that, we can go and redo everything we've just done. I must have thought I was putting in, the flaps in that field, but I wasn't. Okay, so what did I say? 139. I did think it was odd that my calculated takeoff speeds were so different to the ones that the aircraft had calculated, and that would have been why. Good. I'll catch up with the chat. Your school just... Oh, Kevin! I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you got away. That's awful. Yeah, do. If you'd like to serve coffee, no clue, that would be very helpful. Yeah. If you can find a hole in Jenny's packing box, then just pour the coffee through there. Should be fine. You're going to copy? Yeah. Good call. Good call. Have I had to buy a load of add-ons, load of scenery and airport add-ons for P3D? Yeah. So I flew P3D long before I had MSFS. So I already had quite a big collection of stuff that I already owned. I haven't bought loads since getting back into it. But I have bought one or two bits, Prestwick and Luxembourg for a start. It is an expensive sim to get to look nice. Hello, Christian. Where did I get the thrust temperature from? From TopCat, which is a performance calculator tool. You can buy it through Sim Market, I think. Right, now we've done the takeoff ref page. I'm going to go over to the VNav page. And we're going to put in our speed restriction. Now, sometimes, as I understand from the manual, ATC gives you an unrestricted climb or expects a 747 to climb at faster than 250 knots. So it doesn't want to climb... right, in fact, that goes in speed restriction. That's what I'm doing wrong there. Yeah, so in some airspaces, you won't have to stick to 250. Today we're going to, because we're fairly light. We're not full of fuel. We're not doing a transatlantic or anything like that. Transition altitude, I think I said was going to be 6,000, did I? Yes, I did. Okay, so that's our VNav climb page. Our cruise page, we shouldn't have to change anything. No, that all looks absolutely fine. And our descent page, so that's already decided that we're going to be at 240 below 10,000 feet, so I'm happy with that. And I think that is pretty much the FMC all sorted out. Now what I'm going to do, which is not going to be very exciting for you lot, is move down to my iPad and just check what I've forgotten about. So the first officer is obviously doing a lot of stuff that I'm not particularly interested in. I needed to set up the CDU, which I've done. And now I'm going to set up the EFIS control panel. Set the minimums reference selector to Barrow, which it's set to. Yep. Make sure we are in hectopascals, which we are, and check that we are at 1005. Which we are. We're going to turn the flight director switch to on. You can close this window, we don't need it. We're going to arm the auto throttle, which is normally left armed in a 747. It's basically hardly ever turned off all the way through the flight, so that's already armed. We're going to set the IAS to V2, which is going to be 156. That's weird. I turned off mouse wheel scrolling yesterday. I had a whole thing with it and finally got there, and it's back today, which is irritating. Never mind. 156. And what else? Check that the bank angle is set to auto, and it is. Autopilot disengage bar is up. We're going to test the oxygen down here. Good, oxygen sounds like it's flowing. Source select panel is all set up how I want it. We haven't got any odd screens in odd places. PFD, verified modes and check no flags. So we've got toga and no flags. IFSD should be set, and if we zoom in on it, I don't remember how you set it. Ah yes, of course, 1005 set. Speed brake lever should be down, which it is, and I'm just going to check that that's working on my throttle quadrant, which it also is. Flap lever should be set to 0, which it is, or I think it was anyway. Parking brake should be set, which it's not, but now it is, I think. Which way's on? Yeah. I normally get a parking brake notification in the bottom left, but I haven't today. I don't know why. You have to go. No worries. I hope you're back soon, Garlic Games, and thank you for popping in. Fuel control switches are all set to cut off. Stab and out stabilizer trim switches should be neutral. Yeah, they are. Audio control panel should be set. So we'll turn on VHF left. We've got VHF right on already, and this is probably as good a time as any to tune Unicom on 122.8, because I'll inevitably forget later. Good, so that is basically our pre-flight procedure all done. So I'm just going to fast forward the pre-flight events a little bit more, down to the 15-minute mark. I'm speeding through this. I honestly thought we'd be sat here for an hour, because I was yesterday when I did a little practice flight in the other direction. But I think we're all right. I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Pre-flight checklist, please.
So we'll do the
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 1, 2, 3. Altimeter 1, 0, 0, 5.
Heading 1, 2, 3. Altimeter 1, 0, 0, 5. Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Good. And I'm going to get set up for the departure brief, which we're not quite ready to run, but we're getting there. So again, this is an FS2 crew feature. You just have to make sure everything on here is set to how you like it. We probably are underweight for a forced return. We are departing via a SID, and I don't really have any concerns. So yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to run it. Let's do it. It lasts a little while, but it adds to the realism.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff using rated thrust, planning a flaps 20 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. As for the safety brief, if I decide to stop the takeoff, I will call stop. You will monitor my actions and call out any emissions. I'll close the thrust
Okay,
levers,
no clue. See you in a
raise the
bit.
speed brakes, and apply maximum symmetrical reverse thrust consistent with the conditions. You will nominate the symmetrical pair if appropriate. I will utilise the RTO function of the auto brakes. If you call auto brakes, I will apply a maximum
Hello, Aviation
manual
09.
braking.
I'm glad you're
will
pleased
note
to
any
see
speed
it.
And notify
There she
ATC.
is. There she is.
I will
Looking
bring the
pretty
aircraft to a
fit.
complete stop before calling for the appropriate
Except that
QRH
the fact that
checklist.
I seem to be
if I
parked in the
continue
middle of a
takeoff,
pushback
I will
tug, but
call
never
go.
mind.
With the gear selected up and safely established in the climb, you will reinstate the failure. I will fly the aircraft, engage an autopilot, and call for the appropriate checklist when the safety established in the climb. We are under our maximum landing weight, so
Hello,
we are okay
Cole.
to
Welcome
make an
to the
immediate
stream.
return. Okay, All going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directors are on, mine is master, yours is slave, navigation radios are set, the NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Have you got any questions, comments or concerns?
None.
Okay, that's the departure brief complete.
Excellent. So, departure brief complete. We're just going to set our cleared altitude. Because there's no ATC online, we're going to go right the way up to flight level 330, I think. Ooh, let me see if my throttle quadrant thing is working. No, it's not. Yeah. It's got more lights on today than yesterday, so I thought it might be. But no. The throttle levers are working and the flap lever's working. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. I haven't closed all the doors yet. No. Well, yes, I did click close all doors, but I think FS2 crew controls them. And I'm hoping they will be closed shortly. But now you've said it, it's just the sort of thing I might forget before pushback. So let's try it again and see if that'll work. It could just be that FS2 crew opened them. Yeah, there we are. They're closing now. I think that is something that happens during the pre-flight events. All of your doors get flung open, and then they do get closed before departure. Anyway, she's beautiful, isn't she? Do you know what we should do? And I've never done this before because it's very rarely used, but we should have a look at the nose door opening. Let's do that, because what other plane can do that? The Beluga, but other than that. And it looks like it's smiling while it opens up. Hello, Abdul, welcome to the stream. The briefing's good, isn't it? Yeah, it is really good. Ready when you are. Good. Thank you, boss. I'll be about 10 minutes, something like that. That's just incredible, isn't it? Seems silly to fly a cargo variant and not open the nose door, at least for a little peek, eh? So there you go. So we'll get back on board and we'll close it again. Because, yeah, we're all loaded up. We didn't need to stick anything in there. It's already full of boxes anyway. We just fly these boxes around wherever we go. It's a bit of ballast, you know, to keep the nose down. Before departure, better close than before. Yeah. Before stand departure, I meant. It's 8:30 AM where you are, is it, Cole? Ah, well, good morning to you then. Good morning. Where are you? Sort of middle of the States, middle of Canada, somewhere like that. You can see my feet there. Dear. Okay, so there we are. One nose door in action. I'd never done that myself, so I shared your excitement. Okay. So let's get on with the final pre-flight procedure in the final 10 minutes. So we're going to check that we've set the MCP speed to V2. We're going to arm LNAV and VNAV. We are going to set the runway heading. Now, what is the runway heading here? Let me have a quick look at my chart. It is 304 degrees. Really should have gone the other way. Never mind, it's too late now. There we are, 304 degrees. Check the takeoff data against the load sheet. There will be someone bringing us a load sheet soon, but it's going to say exactly what I think it's going to say, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's just fast forward the events until it comes. Maybe it's not going to come today. Never mind. A lot of what I'm reading relates to the passenger variant, to be fair. Okay, we'll wind it forward to 1 minute before departure. And, ooh, on the passenger variant, you can call the ground crew from here and get permission to pressurize, but you can't here. let's see. Can talk to the ground crew without using the interphone. Good. How do we do it though? Got to push the mic button up here, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh well, we won't worry about that. We won't worry about that. We can assume we're cleared to pressurize, I think. Glass cockpit refresh is so bad it caused many stutters for people, even on low refresh. It does really need DirectX 12. It's true. It's true. You're in the States, yeah, I thought so. 9:30 p.m. in the Philippines. God, we've got people from all ends of the world here today. It's very nice to see. Okay, so let's do the before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Are we cleared to pressurize?
Yes, we are.
We're cleared to pressurize.
Cool.
So he's going to pressurize the hydraulics. If we nip up to the overhead panel, you can see him doing all sorts of things. Disconnecting external power, turning on the APU generators, turning on the hydraulic demand pumps, all of that sort of thing. He'll turn on the fuel pumps. And it's just great. It's just great to have a first officer who actually does what first officers are supposed to do. They are indeed Estril, and welcome to the stream. I used to fly this a lot back in the day, and I haven't flown it very much since installing MSFS, so it's really nice to be back in it, I must say. So he'll probably tell me when he's done whatever he needs to do. I'm just the captain, I don't really need to know every little thing he's up to.
Okay, I'm ready for the checklist.
Oh, you're Duarte! Why the new name? Nice to see you, by the way. Okay.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Supernumerary signs. Auto. MCP.
V2 is 1, 5, 6. Heading. Track 3, 0, 4. Altitude 3, 3,000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 is 1, 3, 9. VR 1, 4, 6. V2 is 1, 5, 6.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
Trim. I haven't set the trim. Haven't set the trim. Never do. Doesn't matter what plane I'm in. So we want this to be set to 5.3. Obviously you can only do that once the hydraulics are pressurized. There we are. It's about 5.3.
5.0 unit set. 0 and
He can't
0.
read,
Taxi and takeoff
fractions.
briefing.
Fractions of a unit.
Completed.
Beacon. Both. Before start checklist complete.
Okay.
Start sequence is 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check.
Let me just see if my track clip has enough battery in it to work. It seems to. That's good. Right, so we'll start that up. And make sure it's set to P3D, which it isn't. Now it is. And we'll get going with the pushback. I'm curious to see what's happening with this target. Okay, he's going to drive forward through my nose gear, that's fine. Still got a ground power car or two connected. I've never seen that before. Maybe we can remove that ourselves. Ground service vehicles, is it? No. Ground operations.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
No. Maybe. Oh, he hasn't disconnected the external power up here. Maybe that's why.
Locking gear.
Has that got rid of them? No. VR time. Cheap VR time. Duarte, cheap VR time. Ground connections, that'll be it. Ground power release. Air conditioning unit release. That'll do it. We don't want to be flying with these things attached, you see. They really weigh you down. I'm going to wait to choose a pushback direction. until we've got rid of them. It says disconnecting. They're not going anywhere, are they? Unless maybe this little vehicle is coming to tow them away.
Oscar Echo Sierra Lima Sierra, push and start, stand 4, face east.
Ah, Simon. Good. There we are. There we are. He's come to remove everything. I think all of the options are per model, and I haven't tweaked anything on this. I think usually I turn all these ground vehicles off because I just don't want them. But anyway, right, now we can push back. Nose left, tail right is what we want. Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, push and start, stand 7.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
I've just remembered I really don't like the way this track IR behaves on the P3D profile, so we'll use the MSFS one. That's better. Right, so we can command the first officer to start engine 4.
Start engine 4, please.
Starting 4.
He'll pull that button. We go down here, wait for these to come alive, and they have, and we turn on the fuel. McHose or MC Hose, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, you didn't hear that? Oh, thank you, Ben. Let me work out what's going on. Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, radio check, please. No, nothing. I mean, I can see it. I can see the bar moving. Joel, I'm not 100% sure. It sounds like enough to me, but I don't use... Okay, I'll try that. I don't use rolling cash at all. I've never used it, so...
Set parking brakes.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll try VHF right off. It's definitely got the right frequency in VPilot. It won't go off. Left will go off, right won't go off. What if I turn left off? Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, radio check. No? That's not good. Well, anyway, let's get another engine started.
Start engine 3.
While we
Starting
troubleshoot
3.
why no one on Unicom can hear me. VPilot settings. Push to talk is set. Microphone is set, and I'm getting an indication on the bar. Push to talk button's alright. Maybe I'll just disconnect and reconnect. I'll do that. And I'll restart VPilot.
Cargolux 441 radio check.
Cargolux 441 receiving you, strength 5. How many to you, over?
Thank you.
No, nothing. Nothing. Christ. Any other ideas? Spot on pushback is always, yeah, it's better when I'm not driving it. No worries, Joel, no worries. No, that's just choosing which one we set, which should be 122.8. That's fine.
Start engine 2.
Starting 2.
Right. So we have got right on, but that doesn't want to turn off. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it or not. We haven't got... Ah, is it this one? Ah, it might be the mic button. Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, radio check.
Reach 5.
Roger, thank you very much. Good, that was it. The mic button wasn't pressed. So we got 3
Start
good...
engine 1.
We got 3
Starting
starts. No, not really well. No, that's a bit premature, really. Engine 2 isn't quite online. But anyway, we'll try a little I haven't flicked the thing, that's why. Oh, you see, one thing goes wrong. One thing goes wrong. And everything starts falling apart. Don't worry, though. It'll all be fine. Dickens, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. What a noob. Yeah. I've never fiddled with my mic buttons before. Never done. I've fiddled with the VHF knobs, but not the mic buttons. So are we going to try and go me, then Simon, then Ben? Is this the plan? Little 747 sandwich? Right, now we can start one. Are you Scottish? No, I'm not. No, I'm English. Oh, is he still waiting for me to set the brakes? Yeah, he was. Listen to those engines, though. What a sound! What a sound! I am the Bizno. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for your advice and that link. I honestly don't know if staying on YouTube is the right thing to do, but you persuaded me it probably is, and I'm sick of thinking about it, so that's what I'm doing for now, at least.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Well, I'm always up for a sandwich, Simon. Always up for a sandwich. Right, so there we are. That's 4 good starts. We'll do the before taxi procedure.
Check.
And we'll go back to the FMC and the the takeoff. Split IRS operation? How on earth has that happened? How on earth has that happened?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
We don't want that. We don't want split IRS operation. I've had trouble with that before, back in the day. All our IRSs are aligned. They're all set to nav. His side is looking the same as my side. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Flaps 20, please.
Flaps 20.
Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Anti-ice. Off. Recall. Checked. Auto brake.
Oh, we should put some
RTA,
anti-ice on,
flight
actually.
controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist complete.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Right, let's do some taxiing. Let's work out where we're going and then do some taxiing. Just send them to me, Simon. Send them to me. It's my fault. Yeah, what you said definitely made sense, Bizno. Definitely made sense.
Flaps 20. Green.
Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, taxiing to runway 30 via Bravo Romeo and runway 03. Let's go. First officer's done all my lights for me, which is nice.
Prestwick traffic, Oscar Echo Sierra Lima Sierra, taxiing holding point Quebec, runway 30 via Alpha and Romeo.
And it's always hard to judge turns in this. That wasn't too bad, I've done worse, but you can see how far beyond the centre line you have to get your cockpit before you are actually ready to turn.
Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 441, taxi and holding point runway 30 via Romeo and runway 03.
I'll try and get a few screenshots as we're going. Can you have a wing view, please? You absolutely can, Aviation 9. Absolutely. I'll just slow down a little bit. There you are. Left wing. Right wing. And back into the cockpit before we go on the grass. I'll give you plenty more once we're in the air. Ah, thanks Bizno, I'm glad you found that useful. Probably my best video. Thanks in no small part to Matt, of course. Right, let's do the before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist, please.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 20.
Flaps 20. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Look at that plane though. Look at her. It does, Jenny. And look at the size of them. Now I don't know if the big wings make them more exciting, or if you're still so appalled by the graphics in this sim that they could be as big as two planes and you still wouldn't be impressed, but I think they're quite cool. Can I one day do Rome to Sofia? Yeah, I don't see why not. As soon as we have sceneries for both, that sounds like a good route. We don't at the moment, unfortunately, have scenery for either, in MSFS at least. Right, let's switch to TARA on the TCAS. Push the traffic button. Oh, we already have, haven't we? No, we haven't. There we are, traffic. Now, what's this holding point Quebec that Simon was talking about? I don't see it. Oh, okay, it's just before. Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go all the way onto the runway, I think, and then left. She is magnificent, that magnificent, isn't she? You are doing your best, yeah. Yeah, I know. I fully appreciate that this sim isn't for everyone, and there are probably plenty of you here who are wishing us in MSFS, so I appreciate you sticking with me. And as I've said before, this is never going to draw me away from MSFS because it's just incredible. But it's nice to do. It's nice to fly the 747. Yes, Aviation 9. Yep, that. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I will certainly look into doing that soon. You do sound less northern on that sim. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, really, to be honest with you.
Runway entry procedure.
You
Roger.
don't quite sound like you somehow. So it's not a good thing. So he's going to sort all my lights out.
I'm ready to go.
Prestwick traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, lining up runway 30. You did this flight with the Flyby A320, did you? Ah, good. From Prestwick. This is a niche route. How did you think of it, Dickens? Demetrius, hello, welcome. How are you? Yeah, little shortcut for the CRJ. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's it, Jenny. But it's certainly not the time to be investing in study level planes for FSX, I don't think. If I hadn't already had these things, I'm not convinced I would have bothered, to be honest with you. I might have done. Because I'm streaming, I might have done, but otherwise, maybe not. Ooh, what am I doing? Right, we should think about taking off, really, rather than just sitting here, shouldn't we? Is it rare to see a 747 performing a backtrack? I honestly don't know. I'm sure it happens. They don't have much of a... They don't have a huge turning circle, considering their size. Right, let's do this. Take off.
Take off.
Check.
Alright. Now I've got rudder pedals now and I'm not very good at using them, so that's another little thing that might go wrong. Anyway. Throttle's up to about 50%. Engine stable. Press the toga button. And away we go. Bye guys.
80 knots, thrust set.
Check.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky.
Prestwick
Tricky with
traffic,
the rudder
Oscar
pedals.
Echo Sierra Lima Sierra, line up and wait, runway 30.
I got the Thrustmaster one.
Rotate.
Is it TFRP, I think?
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Look at her go. She's beautifully stable as well, so you can just more or less take your hands off the stick. But
Left
we'll turn
autopilot
the
command,
autopilot
please.
on to be on the safe
Left
side.
autopilot command.
No, not the €450 ones, the £89 ones. Right. Oh, why is it turning right? Why is it turning right? We don't want it to turn right. Let's fly runway heading, and this is why you set the runway heading before departure.
Can you set flaps 10, please?
Speed checked. Flaps 10. Flaps 10 green.
That's weird. I've never once had an LNAV issue in this plane before. It was very clearly drawn correctly on there.
Flaps 5, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 5.
Maybe we should
Special traffic,
give it a
Cargolux
direct
441
2.
lining up
Flaps
runway
5
30
green.
behind departing CRJ.
I think, yeah, we want to go direct to PKW02, and I think it wasn't aware that we had passed PKW01 or something, maybe?
Flaps 1, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
Still doing a little weird circle here from the looks of things.
Prestwick traffic, Oscar Echo Sierra Lima Sierra, taking off runway 30.
What's this saying over here? No land 3. Okay.
Flaps up.
Flaps 1 green. Flaps up.
Ooh, our speed's very erratic, isn't it?
Flaps up.
Ooh. Yeah, flying through clouds is less fun in P3D than MSFS, it must be said. How long's the flight? About an hour and a half, the Goyard, something like that. The 747's append heavy to call sign. Yes, but I think that's... Someone told me that that isn't a thing in Europe. It's just an American thing. I don't know if that's true or not. I seem to remember it was somebody trustworthy though. Let's try going direct to PKW03. That looks better, doesn't it? Increase our range a little bit. Nice, and it's accelerating beautifully to 250 knots. And it's going to follow our constraints, obviously, from the flight plan.
Transition.
So we want to be at 6,000 feet at LOCO. But because we are without any ATC, we will just press the button and keep climbing. See, that's deleted our constraint from LOCO, and the plane should continue its climb now. Nice. Right, bit of wing view, I think. Bit of wing view. Maybe the other one. There we are. How is that? How is that? Didn't hear the gear on the flight deck. Didn't you? I can't remember if I did or not now, to be honest. You're doing a Caribbean tour and flew into the default Princess Julia. Yeah, that's a great scenery. I bet you're pleased you bought it. Yeah, those are allegedly clouds, Jenny. Allegedly. Dimitri, you have to go. Oh, no worries, no worries. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you soon. Good luck with your lesson. Right, let's do the after takeoff
Landing
checklist.
gear up and off. Flaps up. After takeoff checklist complete.
And that's it. It's a very, very short after takeoff checklist, which is why I always end up fast forwarding to descent procedure by mistake. But not today. No, these are, I think... Oh yes, there does seem to... I thought these were General Electric engines, but no, you're right. They are Rolls Royces. Hola, Max.
100.
¿Cómo estás? Welcome. You're getting a lot of 747 action in your life at the moment, Max, aren't you?
Cargolux 441, taking off runway 30 on the Luku 1 kilo.
Oh, we can try a flyby. We can do a flyby. Which I didn't know we could do until Ben showed me last night. Look at that. What a machine. And I also think P3D looks a lot better when you're looking up at planes from the ground than when you're looking down upon them. Herbie, hello, how are you? How are you? Yeah, too much 747 action. Yeah. There's no such thing, Max. Honestly, there's no such thing. But I'm going to be back in MSFS, you'll be pleased to hear, on either tomorrow or Saturday for my next stream. Someone was flying a Ryanair 74... Did you ban them? I hoped you banned them. That's not okay. It's bad enough with people flying... Oh, we should set standard pressure. It's bad enough with people...
Standard set.
Flying A320s in Ryanair colours, let alone 747s. Maybe, Dickens, maybe. I would guess probably next year if we're lucky. Thank you, Cole. Too late, but thank you. It is a magnificent bird, I know. It's my favourite of all the planes except Concorde, probably. Oh, that must have been glorious. That must have been. Amy, hello, how are you? Very nice to have you with us. Now, really, if we were going to be in any way professional about this, now would be quite a good time to try and troubleshoot this No Land 3 caution message. I don't know what it means, so I'm going to Google it. I would expect it's something to do with not being able to do a Cat 3 auto land, but I don't know. Okay, so it has something to do with our split IRS message. So I think I'm doing a lot of learning. I think the reason I got the split IRS message was that I disconnected ground power before switching to the APU gens. I don't remember doing that, but maybe I did. Maybe I did. Anyway, to fix this, I have to power down all of the IRSs and then realign them, which I don't think is a very good idea in the air somehow. I haven't flown the Concorde since FS 2002, you know. I've never flown in XP11, but I would love one in MSFS. Luca, hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream, sir. It's a good job I didn't have the intercom switched on. Oh dear. Okay, anyway, the good news is that all the people who have had this problem went on to have a perfectly fine flight and a good landing, so I think we don't have to worry about it. We'll just clear it, there we are, forget all about it. The plane knows where it is, so the IRSs are obviously working kind of alright, and yeah, we'll just have a very nice flight. Tom Lim, hello. You love the new P3D stream. I'm really pleased. It was quite a controversial decision, but I think more people are liking them than disliking them. Sky Gods don't need Cat 3 capabilities anyway. Very true, Ben. Very true. Sometimes I forget just how good I am, and it's really nice to have you here to remind me. Oh, don't you worry. Yeah, so real life is annoying sometimes. Will we be seeing you tonight though, Luca? Toga, can't realign in the air. You can only get basic PFD info if you lose alignment in the air, and you would need to put the IRS switches to the ATT position. So basically just ignore it, Kevin. Thank you, good advice. Basically the decision I'd come to, but based on actual knowledge rather than guesswork. Good, I'm pleased you'll be there, Luca. Kind of alright. Awash, that is a good choice. The CJ4 in MSFS is probably the best plane in MSFS. It's fantastic. So I can't fault you there. Departing from Schiphol but same destination. Oh, okay, fair enough. See each other land the... Yeah, that is the main thing. Yeah. So Toga, tell me, do you fly these things for real by chance, or do you just have quite a lot of simming experience in them? Getting a good... Yeah. What have you got in MSFS out of interest? I'm getting a 20 knot tailwind at the moment. If MSFS live weather is giving you more of a tailwind than that, I look forward to seeing you going through me shortly. Is it? I wasn't sure how far they'd got with the longitude. I'll have to give that a go. What's the thing that's wrong with the on-screen chat is I think I just didn't... I started streaming before I went over to restream.io to link it with this stream, and I think once you've started streaming you can no longer do that. So I've done that a couple of times now. Sometimes I forget. Usually I remember. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Do you know, I only started using that restream chat because I multi-streamed to YouTube and Twitch, and it was the only way of getting all the messages in the same place. But I stuck with it because I quite like it, and I quite like the interface. It's easier to read for me, but yeah, we can do without it. RB1215, yes. What's the yes? 296 at 28 knots. Oh, okay, similar then. It is. It's time for another flyby. Oh, there's a vapor trail in the distance. Time to stick it in. Yeah, I haven't got my cinematic mode sorted out. I'll do the flyby. Unless I... Oh, that's nice. Unless I can import it somehow. Let me have a fiddle. Let me have a fiddle with chase plane. Where is it? Brah. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh. Oh, okay. That's what happens when I click on cinematics. Not so sure about that. Oh. 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 I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, okay, I'm just hovering over the presets. That's what's going on. Don't want to do that. I think cinematics is just going to flick through my exterior views, which is not that exciting. So instead of using cinematics... Oh no, it's going to do a flyby. Alright, we'll have a little look at what cinematics does. We are heading to Luxembourg, RB 1215. You'd love the CJ4 better. What, in the streams you mean? I haven't flown it for a while. I will do a CJ4 stream. Yeah, no cinematic mode or auto throttle for you. Oh, we've got Eurocontrol West online. Are we going to be going through their airspace? I don't like these cinematics. I can't hear anything. I like to be able to hear a bit of engine. I'm just going to have a standard wing view for now. And I'm going to look at VATSIM and see if we're flying through anyone's airspace. 129 knots. That's incredible. Heathrow to Zurich. Wow. Yeah, that's quite a push. Yeah, we definitely need something like this in MSF. That's true. Be careful playing with chase plane when you're flying. It has a habit of crashing the sim. Okay, I will. I had experienced that, but I had forgotten.
Want to go?
Oh, bit of a. I don't know why the view's flickering there. Never mind. Let's get back in the cockpit for a bit, eh? See what's going on. I'll probably turn the seatbelt sign off. And do you know, the trouble with this plane is I'm so reliant on the co-pilot to do everything, and I don't ever check. I assume he's turned the landing light. Yeah, he has turned the landing lights off. That's good. Yeah. You're a real-life pilot and instructor captain. Ah, nice. Oh, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry you COVID did you in. Still, it's good. It means you get to spend your time watching me stream, which is probably better than working. Dickens! Welcome to Club Filbert Silver, sir. Welcome. Thank you very much for upgrading. You should get a notification eventually. Do you know I haven't even mentioned Club Filbert yet, have I? This is a nightmare. Why isn't that playing? Should do. We'll give it a minute. Streamlabs will pick it up in the end, I'm sure. There is no gold yet. There is no gold yet. I'm still considering doing a Club Filbert Gold, but we've only got the 2 tiers at the moment. But Jenny, I thought I thought you'd never ask. So Club Filbert is my YouTube membership program. It's a bit like a Twitch subscription, in that you get access to perks for paying a certain amount each month. Club Filbert Bronze is an absolute bargain at £1.99 a month. You get custom emojis, you get custom badges like you'll see on Jenny and Dickens and various other people in the chat, which is nice. You also get access to the exclusive Club Filbert Lounge channels on my Discord server. If you want to support me a little bit more than that, for £5.99 a month, which is still very cheap, equivalent to a Twitch subscription, you also get a monthly private members-only live stream and access to the occasional impromptu stream in my Discord server. So if you want to know more about Club Filbert, you can click the join button below the video. If you don't want to subscribe to Club Filbert, firstly, what is wrong with you? None of my business. None of my business. And secondly, you can just make a one-off donation by going to streamlabs.com/filbertflies. And if you don't want to do either of those things, then at least click the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. That's all I have to say. All of that. What have I missed? No, as you said, you get to enjoy the streams. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Better times are not far off, I think. Not far off. Club Filbert Gold may or may not include hot tub streams. Next flight after this is probably going to be... It's probably going to be on Saturday. I haven't yet decided. I'm tempted to fly to that place. To fly to Tivat. I'm tempted to fly to Tivat. Because Dingo was saying yesterday that I don't do very many tricky approaches. And it's true. I don't. I just pick my routes based on where I want to go, rather than what the approach is going to be like when I get there. And Tivat looks beautiful. So yes, I'm probably gonna fly there. Don't know where from yet. Yeah, I couldn't remember. It's part of getting old, Ben. You'll find out. Oh, thank you, Dickens. That's very nice of you to say so. And yes, obviously Tivat will be in MSFS because you want the pretty views. You don't want the fancy planes. Well, you do want the fancy planes, but you can't have both, so you have to prioritise the pretty views. I'm a little bit annoyed that you didn't get a notification for upgrading to Club Filbert Silver. Maybe Streamlabs just doesn't care about upgrades, but I do. Maybe it's only new sign-ups. Tom Major, thank you very much for subscribing. Am I Judge Rinder by chance? I sound just like him. I'm not Todd. I'm not Judge Rinder. That's a new one. I've had. Who did I get compared to by two separate people who didn't know each other? Joe Lycett. People think I sound like Joe Lycett. I think I'm less camp than Joe Lycett, but I'm certainly less camp than Julian Clary, who someone else compared me to. And Judge Rinder, I feel. But anyway, they're all nice voices. I'll take that. And I'm glad you've found me. It's nice to have you here. Can I fly the Manila to Cebu route the last week of May? It's your birthday that week. Oh, what am I doing in the last week of May? Let me check my calendar. Yes, I should be able to do that. I don't want to make any promises because I'm working long days Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I should be able to do it earlier in the week. I'll do my best. What's the Cebu scenery like for MSFS, by the way? And where do I get it? I know Cloud Surf Asia did Manila. Yes, him too. If I could see the list of charter flights in the CJ4, I'd be shocked. Where are you getting this list from, Awash? I shouldn't have said anything about Julian Carey. You've just been into the Club Filbert Silver Lounge. It's awesome in there, isn't it? These bronze people, they don't know what they're missing, Dickens. They don't know what they're missing. Oh yes, so talking of Club Filbert Silver, now you are a newly inducted member. You need to be made aware that our next Club Filbert Silver exclusive private members only live stream is, or CF Setmols as we call them, or as I call them, no one else does, is happening on Saturday the 22nd of May. And we're going to be doing some Caribbean island hopping, and everyone is welcome to get involved with the planning. Dingo's done a fair bit, but he wants everyone to be involved. So yes, if you've got any requests for where in the Caribbean you'd like to fly, then do jump in and get involved. So yeah, you can't move for perks. You can't move for perks in Club Filbert Silver. Scott, I value you just as much. Well, I say just as much. At least 50% as much as I value Club Filbert Silver members. So don't you worry. Oh dear. It's true. Should we have a little bit of music? I feel we've got just about enough time in this cruise to make that worthwhile. And then I'm going to start looking at my arrival because we probably should do that. This is to celebrate. I was choosing between a bit of jazz, bit of classical, or maybe something more upbeat. This is in aid of Dickens subscribing to Club Filbert Silver. Another perk, you see? Unmentioned, I don't bang on about it, but once in a while I'll pick my music based on the taste of Club Filbert Silver members. Buffalo, is that? K-Buff to Washington to Buff to... I don't know where K-Rock is. Where's K-Rock? You know, this is a pay-to-win... It's a pay-for-love community, Ben. It's a pay-for-love community. Nice. I haven't heard... So this is... Airshare Virtual is some kind of virtual airline specialising in business jet flights, is it? Ah, Rochester. Cool. That sounds like a good little route. Well, a couple of good little routes. Have I tried the ZB737? No, I've never flown the ZB737 because I've never owned X-Plane, Todd. I have the PMDG 737, which I used to love flying. It's a little bit dated now, so I'm kind of holding out for the MSFS version. I haven't flown a 737 for a long time. Yeah. And you just wait till we have Club Filbert Gold, Ben. Good morning, Geeby. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Right, let's look at our stars. Because I think I want to choose a different one that actually has a proper transition to the runway we're expecting. 150 at 6 knots, the latest wind in Luxembourg. So, 150. It's basically going to be a crosswind, whichever way we do it, isn't it? The runway choices are 6 or 24. So I guess it just about lends itself to a 2-4 approach. But let's look at what the real. What's going on at the real airport on Flight Radar after I've caught up with the chat. Time for errands for lunch with your... Oh, okie dokie, Jenny. Well, thank you for popping in. And yes, I'll see you soon. It's true, Simon. It's true. I think they probably told you that before they'd discovered Club Filbert Silver, yeah. Oh, I see. Nice. Who's this he, Airwash? Is this another streamer? Is this a real world pilot? Who is he? CFG Club Filbert Gold. I dread to think. Tell me later, Ben. All right. Well, if I can find CB scenery, I'll do it. Aviation. I'll try and do it in the last week of May. Raphael, hello. It's going very well, thanks. How are you? Welcome to the channel. What's the words again? Oh, the winds. You mean the winds are 150 at 6 knots. So it's pretty much a crosswind, whichever way you go. But what I was going to do, and will do now, is have a look at flight radar and see which way the aircraft are currently landing. Oh, private members only hold top streams. Oh dear. Yeah, maybe. I haven't decided on the pricing for Club Filbert Gold yet. Oh, there's a Cargolux flight that came in from Amsterdam. 1:51 p.m. Is that the latest one? No, there's a Qatar cargo from Doha. Let's have a look at that. Which runway did he land on? Yep, so runway 24. I'm pleased you did, Ben. Can I do an over the North Pole flight? Ooh, I'd never considered that, Raphael. Maybe. I'll add it to the list of ones to consider. Yeah, they are. They're certainly, yeah. Runway 24 is what's being used. I just wondered if they had a preferential runway that didn't necessarily go along with the winds, but I don't know. 24 is where the real planes are landing. 24 is where we will land. I don't want EGPK arrivals, do I, silly? Luxembourg arrivals. So, ILS 24. And I'm just going to use Navigraph to find the right approach and the right star in transition. It's going to be some kind of REM arrival. Okay, I think we'll do Remba 3 kilo with the Delta India kilo transition, the Diekirch transition. So Remember 3 kilo. Oh, we've got how many? Why do we have 3 DIK transitions? That's tricky, isn't it? There should only be one. Well, let's try DIK1, shall we? What messages did you retract, Raphael? I didn't see that. Sorry, your message got held for review, Dickens. Someone handled it. Thank you. This trip has took an interesting. It has. Vic means fat in Dutch. Didn't know that. Oh, you learn something every day on these streams. I've messed up my altimeter settings now for some reason.
Set standard.
Standard set.
I'm just not sure why the standby altimeter is showing 33,100 when it's showing 1013 on the pressure as it should. It's weird, no? CRJ just selected all 3 transitions at once. You do. Do you know, I quite like having both simulators because every time I go from P3D into MSFS, it's like I'm like a kid in a candy shop because of the scenery and how spectacular everything looks. And then when I go the other way, I'm like, oh wow, these planes are amazing. Thanks for the latest meta, Wash. Thank you. Have I been out to vote yet? I vote by post, Scott. I vote by post, so I sent mine off about a week ago. Have you? What was I? Yes, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go into the plan mode and step through to see if that transition I've selected is the same as what I was looking at on the chart. Legs. Step. Yes. Yes, it is. Awesome. So it's the top one. It's Dick 1. Well, that's what I'm doing anyway. Not sure if Simbrief or Planet Corelli, but VHHH to JFK will generally take you pretty close to the north. Ooh, okay. Well, I can try and make Simbrief Planet Corelli. I'll put it on my future flights list as a maybe. Is VHHH Hong Kong? Can't remember. I'm rubbish with ICAO codes. North Pole, Great Circle route. Dickens, yeah, it is Hong Kong. Just Google it. You've got Remba 1 Delta in it via Dick 1 and seems to have worked. Good. Can everyone please stop typing Delta India Kilo in the chat? No, don't really. Do it. Last leg okay? What last leg? Oh, from Dick transition eastwards to R24. Yeah, I think it was all alright. Got Remba 1 Delta. I've forgotten what we chose now. Is that what we did? Or is it a different one? So that last leg is, I think, the missed approach procedure, if that's what you mean, where it goes round and back on itself. Oh, you're doing Remba 1 Delta via Dick 1. Okay. Navigraph seemed to suggest that you couldn't do that, but obviously you can. That's why I chose Remba 3 Kilo. Anyway, they're all roughly the same. In fact, I can't see a difference between Remba 3 Kilo and Remba 1 Delta when it comes to this. Fun fact, the North and South Pole are not stationary objects. They move about 55 kilometres a year. I didn't know that. I knew they moved, but I didn't know they moved that much. That's quite significant, isn't it? Have I still got my anti-ice on? Yeah, I have. What a noob. Oh, good. The teardrop is not Ness. What do you mean? I'm going to have to go back and have another look now. So yeah, so what we're doing, we're not doing a teardrop, we're going from, zoom out a little bit more. I'll make it bigger for you. So we're coming from up here, we're going to Dick 4, D119 Mike, and then we're intercepting final for runway 24. Everything after that is what we do if we have a missed approach. So this is exactly as it looks on the chart, so I'm happy with it. So basically, on missed approach, what we do is, I'll have a look at the chart quickly, and then I'll show you all on Navigraph, because you love all that, I know you do. Yeah, I'll show you on Navigraph now, actually. Chilled music again, indeed. I'm feeling chilled. The weather's perked up. It's a nice day to be flying a 747, and yeah, I'm feeling very calm. It'd be well confused if you park your car at the North Pole. It's true, Max. There, I can't fly the A350 because there is no A350 in P3D or MSFS. Silver Jazz is the best Jazz Dickens. I only wish there was a way I could play it just for Club Filbert Silver members on stream, rather than you having to share it with the riffraff, but there we are. No can do. Kai, hello, how are you? Right, let me bring up Navigraph so you can see what we're doing. God, I really need a second monitor, and space for a second monitor, and space for my rudder pedals, and space for my throttle control. I need a bigger flat, I think. Anyone who buys me a bigger flat gets instant access to Club Filbert Gold. So, we're currently approaching Biggin, which I think is this one. Yes. So for some reason it won't show me my position. I think it's a Navigraph Simlink issue. I probably haven't got it installed right for P3D. But here's our route. So we took off here from Prestwick, which is southwest of Glasgow. You may remember, after fighting with the FMC a bit, we made a turn round to the left along our SID, out over the coast and back down. We have flown over the northwest of England, Lancaster, Preston, Manchester, Stoke, Coventry, between Coventry and Birmingham, over the west of London, and we're now just south of London, heading out over Kent, and we will fly in over Coxyde and Vern in Belgium, and then along to Brussels, past Brussels, to the south of Brussels, and then we start our arrival here, the Remba 3 Kilo from Remba, and you'll notice that it's pretty much a straight line all the way in, until we start our ILS approach, or the transition to our ILS approach, which looks like this. So, Diekirch, D-I-K, down here, make a right turn to intercept the final, and the teardrop bit that you're seeing later on the navigation display is this bit here, which is the missed approach procedure. So we're going to climb straight ahead to the WLU NDB, and then turn right to the DIK VOR, climbing to 4,000 feet. So it basically takes us round in a triangle and back on ourselves, should we need to go around. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to move that. There we are. That's the approach plan. Hopefully no crash. Is that now, or did you mean no, Kai? Remember your... Yes, I do. I do, Kai. I remember a lot of things, actually. A lot of things. For the benefit of our international viewers, when I say flat, I mean apartment. Or house. I'll take a house. Right, I'm just going to take a short comfort break. I'll be back soon. And I'm back. I should really have left you with some cinematic views rather than this view, shouldn't I? Still, you can have some flybys now. That was contrails in the front. Yes, it was. I don't know whose. Some randoms. Yeah, a mansion. A mansion financed by Club Filbert Gold or Platinum. Sounds good. Sounds good. But you don't. The thing is, you don't have to wait for Club Filbert Platinum to exist to buy me a mansion. If you want to do it now, you can just go to streamlabs.com/filbertflies, put in your credit card details, and send me the cost of a mansion. So, you know, it's a lot easier than you're making it here, Simon. Generally when doing JFK to Hong Kong, the polar routing is used. However, when doing Hong Kong to JFK, airliners stay further south. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't think I've ever done a... I take it they... Yeah, then... When you say they stay further south, they go trans-Pacific, right? So they go east from Hong Kong. Yeah, they must do. I've never done a trans-Pacific flight. I've done quite a few transatlantics, but never that one. Be fun, actually. It would be fun. No, hang on. Jetstream goes west to east. Maybe it doesn't on that side of the world. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I suddenly thought what I said made no sense, but it makes perfect sense. Well done, me. That contrail looks kind of close. Where's the plane it belongs to? It's kind of weird, actually, isn't it? Like something's just climbed through the clouds or descended through the clouds, but I don't know which. I wonder if vPilot can shed any light on it. No, it can't really. It shall remain a mystery. Jason! How are you? Good afternoon. How's the 747? It's going very well, and no, I definitely haven't given up on MSFS. I love MSFS more than I love P3D. But it's nice for a change to fly this. ICPMs, yeah, could be. Hello, Kaylee, how are you? What? EWR screams. I don't know what that is. I don't know what an EWR is, other than Newark. Could it be the Qatar 777? Could be, he just seems quite a long way off. But yeah, he is climbing, isn't he? So yeah, you could be right. It's probably a fairly good bet, actually. So we're just over the English Channel at the moment, about to hit France, and we are steering a careful path to make sure that we get no ATC coverage whatsoever, unfortunately. We've got Paris Control online, we've got Langen Radar online, we've got Eurocontrol West in between those two, but we are not going anywhere near it. That is quite cool, actually, isn't it? That is quite cool. As long as you don't look at the bits really close up. Oh, thank you, whoever... Dickens, thank you for reminding people about Club Filbert. Alex! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday. What a way to spend it. I'm glad you made it here. Ah, missile warning system. Right. I bet you we will one day, Jason. I bet you we will get a 747-400 and MSFS one day. If PMDG want to continue making planes, which I'm sure they do, they will bring it across. I'm sure once they've done the 737. My guess is that they'll start working on the 777 or the 747. I don't know which one. Either way, it'll be awesome. And I'd like to think that once they've got one MSFS airliner under their belt and they've worked out the process, that it won't take them quite so long to do the others. I hope. A Salty Sim doing a 400 though? If you have joined since I last mentioned this, do please subscribe if you haven't already, and click the thumbs up button under the video. If you'd like to make a donation, you can go to streamlabs.com/filbertflies, and if you want to support the channel in return for perks, then you can join Club Filbert, and you can click the join button underneath for details of those perks and everything you need to know. I think they do, yeah, I think they do, Simon. I just wish they'd hurry up with it. I was talking to Simon earlier in VPilot chat about, you know, not wanting to have to compromise anymore and just wanting all of the nice planes in MSFS with the nice scenery right now. I've had enough. Had enough of waiting. Hey, the music stopped. Let's have something else. Any requests, bearing in mind I can't play anything that anyone's ever heard of? Ah, yeah. They are. I haven't tried their 747 mod for a while, but yeah, I hope they get there with it. Right, we're going to have indie instrumental versions. See what it's like. Oh yeah, this is good. This is the sort of thing I'm in the mood for. What on earth happened to my engines? I've no idea. I've really no idea. It's something. Someone said it's something to do with the heat. They've had that. You know, it's obviously not meant to happen. But someone said in hot climates they've experienced something similar. But I don't know, because neither Mark nor Scott had the same issue. They just wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't spool up. They suddenly stopped giving me any power. Like Cucaracha. I wonder. There is no version of La Cucaracha on Epidemic Sounds, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would play it. There is a track called Cockroach, but no, it's listed as Fear and Suspense, which is not what La Cucaracha is all about. Yeah, it is amazing how we've avoided all this. Oh, so I haven't listened to the. Well, I haven't used the dev version for a while actually. Never Gonna Slow Down singing version. Is that on there? It is. We can have that, Ben. We can have that. It better be good though. I'm not a huge fan of ABBA, I don't mind them. I can see why people like them, but they're not a band I'd choose to listen to very often. That's good to hear, Simon. That's good to hear. How reliable is your source? No group flight today. Yeah, we got 3 people flying along today. Well, me and 2 others. Is that your song, Ben? Is this the song that you play at the end of your streams? Okay. I'll try it. I'm open-minded. How's your mum doing, Jason? Well, we're going to do a VATSIM flight when you get back. Also, though, you're not allowed to come back until your package arrives. You have to stay out there. Oh, is she? I'm really pleased.
Yeah, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down, I don't wanna slow down till I burn out. I just wanna live fast, I don't wanna look back and say I could've done more than I did now. Sometimes it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard, yeah, it can be hard when you grow up. People fill you with doubt, just not thinking about.
This is alright. I don't mind this. Reset MCP altitude. I will. We're not at the top of descent yet, though. Talking of which, we should do our approach briefing, etc. So, the final approach fix altitude is... Oh, it is the Flightzilla site. I thought I recognised it. Final approach fix altitude is 3,000 feet. The minimums are going to be 1413. Ooh, 1414. I guess we're a category D, aren't we? Anyone confirm? Wrong field.
I just wanna get high, just wanna get high.
Why?
Just wanna get higher. Sometimes people try to hold you back from.
Why have we lost sound from the sim?
Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight. Cause we only got one chance and got one life to live.
Has it gone silent for everyone? I can't hear the sim at all.
Let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow down.
What is that about? Maybe oh, it's paused. It's paused. I don't know why it's paused, but the chat was hiding the notification. Yeah, good. That's what I thought. I pressed Q and I pressed Q again, but in actual fact, I had forgotten to turn off pause at top of descent from my PMDG settings from when I last did an unattended flight. Anyway, I'm a bit behind. Missed approach altitude is 4,000. Next page. Power at gate, we won't rely on that, we'll use the APU. Runway is going to be wet in fact, because it's raining. So this all looks good.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Right, okay. There we are.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all the published speed and altitude restrictions for an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 3000 feet. Decision altitude is 1414 feet. Missed approach altitude is 1414 feet.
So we're going to go down to 10,000
level 3. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. Will arrive at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments or concerns?
None.
Okay, that's the approach brief.
Good,
complete.
Approach brief done. Are you off again, Jason? Alright, see you soon. And I'm sorry your surprise hasn't arrived yet, but yeah, don't come home yet, please. See you later. Hope your mum carries on getting better. Yeah, the weather is looking dicey as, isn't it? Okay, so we're on our way down. We're going to run the descent procedure.
Descent procedure, please.
Stand by.
And I'll tell you a little bit about what the first officer's going to do and what I'm going to do. So he's going to recall, he's going to set VREF, he's going to set the decision altitude on his EFIS panel, and he's going to set the auto brake. I, meanwhile, am going to go to the approach ref page. We're going to do a flaps 30 arrival. There we are. Bung that in there. Minimum selector, we're going to set that up. So we want baro minimums. And despite having just put it in, I can't remember what our minimums were. 1414. I could have... Oh, I didn't put that in. So, I didn't put in our missed approach altitude. Do that now. 4,000. And we'll set the minimums. And it's always quite fiddly because it's a spring-loaded knob. So basically, as you move your mouse away, it goes around quicker. Okay, so we've gone a little bit past it. We'll just come back. There we are. 1414. There we are. There we are. There we are. Good. So we've done that. What else are we supposed to be doing? We've done the brief. Did the brief a little early. Should have done all this before the brief, but never mind. We'll do the descent checklist now, I feel.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Recall checked. Auto brake.
Auto brake level 3.
Landing data.
VREF 152. Minimums 1414 feet.
VREF 152. Minimums 1414 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
So, we are on our way down. Yeah, we really are following right behind that Qatar. Well, more or less. Not following exactly the same route. Beautiful, no?
Approach checklist, please.
Altimeters.
Oh Christ, I didn't mean to press that. So I'm just going to check our arrival, see if we've got any kind of altitude constraints or anything. No, we don't. It's all very easy. Oh, unless I'm looking at the wrong one. Remember 3 kilo. Yeah. Yeah, still no altitude constraints. We do want to be at a maximum of 220 knots by the time we get to DIK though. So we'll check the legs page. It's always right. It's actually, that's just for the hold. It's just for the hold. So 240 is fine. We'll obviously try and slow down a little bit before then, I feel. Then 12.9 from DIK, D119M. We do indeed want to be at 210 knots, so it knows all about that. And then the next waypoint, ELLX241, we want to be at 3,000 feet to intercept the glide slope. Actually, well, mandatory 3,000 by ELLX24F, and 3,000 or above is fine for that one. Hooray, it's all looking alright, isn't it? I hope it's going to do a shared cockpit flight, don't Ryanair it. What do you mean? Oh, sorry, you have to go and do a shared cockpit flight. I misread it. I'll do my best, Kai. I'm sure you'll be checking up on Volanta. Where are you off to? Barcelona to Helsinki. Oh, nice, nice. Well, enjoy, and don't you Ryanair it either, Kai, as I too will be checking. Anyway, I think we can have a little bit more music now, because we've got a bit of time to go. Wait and see how a Sky God lands at 747. Unfortunately, Dickens, Kai saw yesterday exactly how a Sky God lands at 747. He didn't see it live, but he saw it. He saw it on Volanta afterwards. $122.775, eh? Yes, boss. He's not there. He's not there. He sent me a contact me. He's not hearing me. VATSIM online. Where? Let me have a look at that spy. Haven't got to contact me. Nah. No, that was just Ben. That was just Ben. Oh dear. Ooh, what's the transition level? Let's look at a SID and work it out. Or estimate it at least.
Transition.
It's not 18,000 feet, I tell you that much. So, the transition altitude is 4,500. So we'll use... let's use 6,000, shall we? There we are. Yeah, so transition altitude 4,500. Transition level, which is what you use on the way down to go from standard pressure to local, is normally about 1,000 to 2,000 feet above that. But the only way of knowing is to get it from the ATIS, and of course there's no ATIS online, so we have to guess. Getting a little bit fast here, so I might just introduce a tiny bit of speed brake. Oh dear, that's messing with my engines. Honestly, I had all of these controls assigned properly yesterday. Today I moved my speed brake lever on my throttle quadrant, and it decides to increase the thrust of engines 1 and 2. What's that about? And 4, but not 3. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's alright, we'll just use the slash key like the olden days. Anchors away, yes. Look at that. Look at that beauty. We'll turn some anti-ice on, as we are about to fly through icing conditions. It's mostly parcels. I mean, the boxes in the front are a little bit suspicious, but as far as I could see when it was being loaded, it's just parcels. Dickens, what are your thoughts on this music? Yeah.
One to go.
See, the trouble with not being able to... Oh, we can keep the descent going. We don't need to stop at 10,000. We'll just go right down to glide slope, intercept altitude of 3,000, I think. The trouble with using the slash key for the speed brake is that it puts it all the way to the flight detent. And I can't drag it. I can only click it repeatedly to get it halfway, which is weird. So it should now slow down to 240 knots before descending below 10,000. First officer should turn on the landing lights. You prefer the Jazz, bad movie score. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'll know for next time. We'll shut this thing off in a minute anyway to concentrate on the landing, but for now, you never know, it might lure some people in. What was I going to do? I was going to check the ILS frequency, 110.7.
Flight level 100.
Uh, 110.7 is correct. Drag required. I'm giving you drag. I'm giving you quite a lot of drag. I'll give you a bit more. I'll give you a bit more. Seeing as you asked so nicely. Anti-ice is on, don't you worry. Up here. Didn't come down in the last shower, me, Dickens. And sometimes I behave that way as well. Oh, that's not a nice view. Neither's that. That's a nice view. Look at that flex. Satira, hello! Hello, how are you? Interesting. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. We had a bit of jazz for Dickens. I fancied a bit of a change. Dickens not keen on this music, but I think it's quite pleasant. Yes, indeed. I don't know what Plaps is, but speed brake, yes. And as we're about to pass through the transition level, we'll set standard pressure.
Altimeters.
1005. Set. Cross-check.
We don't want
passing
1005. We want 1003.
Descending 3000.
So wind's currently 130 at 4 knots, or varying between 80 and 170. rain clouds, or rain clouds, rain clouds and rain. A few clouds at 300 feet. 300 feet, yeah. Scattered at 700, broken at 1,300. It's not so good. It's not so good this here weather. Thank you, boss, and you, sir, and you. Bit late had uni work. Well, you've come at a good time. You've come at a good time. Right, music time is over, I'm afraid. Got to do some concentrating. Get rid of the speed brakes and arm them. And we can do the approach
checklist, please.
Altimeters.
And we're going to intervene with the speed, slow ourselves down to 210 knots for the turn.
1003.
1003. Approach checklist complete. Glide slope alive.
Flaps 1, please.
Speed checked.
And immediately we're going to need a bit more drag. So we're a little bit high. We can arm the approach
Flaps
mode.
1 green.
To intercept the localizer. We're a bit above the glide slope, but we're coming down nicely.
Localizer alive.
And we'll keep bringing our speed down towards VREF of 15 something.
Flaps 5, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 5. One to go.
So we've captured the localizer, we've captured the glide slope.
$2,500.
I am concentrating.
Flaps 5 green.
Can you set flaps 10, please?
Speed checked. Flaps 10. Radio altimeter alive. Flaps 10 green.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Gear down. Speed checked. Flaps 20. Final approach fix. Height checked. Gear down. Flaps 20 green.
Flaps 25, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 25. Flaps 25 green.
Flaps 30.
Speed checked. Flaps 30.
Okay, so really grotty weather.
Flaps 30 green.
Where's the windscreen wipers on this thing? Can't remember. Never mind. We'll do without.
1,000 feet.
Yeah, the stereo on this is a little bit overdone, I would say.
Landing checklist, please.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist complete.
Luxembourg traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, on final, runway 23. Correction, runway 24.
Cleared to land.
Check.
Oof, we might end up doing an auto land at this rate. Oh no, we're going to be visual by minimums. Autopilot off.
Approaching minimums. 50 above. Decide.
Land.
Check. Speed brakes up. Reverse green.
Welcome to Luxembourg, everybody.
.60 knots.
We are indeed in Butterland.
Auto brakes.
Well, the weather was dreadful. Ooh, big Cargolux hanger over there. Hadn't spotted that. Still is dreadful, but yeah, it was all right, wasn't it? That was all right.
Okay to clean up.
Are you happy to turn on the APU?
Yes, please.
Cool.
Yeah, get the APU on, please. Thank you. What was your retracted message, Caffel, out of interest? Dalaman is on some market.
Oscar Echo Sierra Lima Sierra on final runway 24, 6 DME.
This rain looks awful. I remembered just now that I had an add-on that made the rain look better. Luxembourg traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, clear of runway. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
APU's online.
No, it's true. I won't, Caffel. It's true. Yeah, it's. I'm going to do a flight there quite soon, Kai, to Dalaman. Right, has he sorted the lights out? I think he has. I'm going to taxi very slowly because I can't really remember where I'm going. Yeah, he's done the strobes, navs are on, beacons on, landing lights are off. Awesome. He's a very, very useful first officer, this chap.
Luxembourg traffic, Cargolux 441, 7.5 mile final up to the ILS, runway 24.
Right, where's my chart? Taxi, parking stands, and airport we want as well. Yeah, so it's all the way down Papa and Kilo. Luxembourg traffic, Cargolux 74 Juliet, taxiing to cargo apron via Papa and Kilo. Oh, there are some people about. I see Strames in the distance. Greaser. Thank you, Abdul. I think so. One message was oof ouch and the other was butter butter. Yeah. That's kind of what I assumed, but I also think Caffel has more faith in me than that, you know? This is definitely the 747 we need in MSFS. Yeah, it is. It is. You wanted to spam butter, but it said butter, butter, butter instead.
ILS, runway 245 mile final.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Can we see anyone yet? Can we see Simon? No, it's too gloomy. Oh, he's down! He's down, there he is. Ben, if you do a quick go around, I'll be able to film your landing and park. The mouse pointer I like is very odd. I've had it before, and then
Luxembourg traffic, Oscar Echo
then it disappeared.
Lima Sierra, runway vacated.
it came back. So yeah, I honestly have no idea what it's about. There he is. There's Simon. A lot of planes here. I'm surprised. There he is. There's Ben. Well, it did jump, but I don't think you'd even touch the ground. That wasn't a bounce. That was a VATSIM AI glitch, not AI, traffic glitch. You know what I mean. I would say that was a beautiful landing. We'll have a look later. To me, it looked very nice. Oh, let me know how you find the Dreamliner mod, Dickens. I haven't tried it yet. Beautiful job, both of you. Well done. So we've got an Iberia and a Swiss there. Right, we can get a bit more throttle going and park up now. Just need to pick a stand.
Cargolux 441 vacated.
Go with Alpha 6,
runway
I think. Oh, it thinks they're all too small. Alright, we'll go with Alpha 2 rather than messing around.
Luxembourg traffic, Oscar Echo Sierra Lima Sierra, taxiing to stand Bravo 4 via Bravo.
It is like I have an LED in my fingertip, yeah. It's like one of those fake thumb things that you do magic tricks with, isn't it? Light up. So we're going to go Lima 1, I think. Yeah, Lima 1 to Alpha 2. And then I'll sort out my parking positions at a later date.
Luxembourg traffic, Cargolux 441 taxiing to Apron Papa 7 via Bravo and Alpha. Luxembourg traffic.
Wait a minute, did I miss the entry? No, I don't think so.
Luxembourg traffic, Swiss here, 555, radio check.
Receiving you 5x5, Cargolux 74 Juliet. Okay, so my chart doesn't match this airport at all. I wonder if the scenery is so old that it just... I don't know. Where did I say I was going? Alpha 2. These are all Zulu. And the building's not where it's supposed to be either. I'm very confused. This doesn't look like the chart. Oh well, we'll turn in here and see what happens. So I don't understand. Wait, let's change the parking facility, and we'll go, instead of Alpha 2, which is what it looks like I want to be doing on my map, we'll go with this one, which is Zulu 4. And we'll use UPS, fair enough, whatevs. Okay, now we can actually park. We'll get the...
Lights, please.
Lights turned
Check.
off. Oh, thanks, Ben. I didn't see your message. What Alpha 2 is up here, is it? Because... No. Anyway, we're going here. And then I'll try and work out what the hell's going on. This is where I left from yesterday, so it feels fitting. Dickens, we are. And of course you didn't feel a thing. Brilliant parking. We'll do the shutdown procedure,
please.
Roger.
So again, first officer is going to get us ready to shut down.
Clear
He's
to count.
turning off the hydraulic pumps. He's turned on the APU gens, and we can turn off all of our engines. And there's no stupid logbook thing to pop up, which is the best bit. And then we can get some unloading underway, I guess. Request deboarding. And we'll watch. I assume Ben's coming up here and yeah, get some doors open and all that. Then I'll catch up with the chat. Menu, FS actions, doors. We'll open both of those. We'll open everything, really. Everything. Side cargo open. Forward, aft, bulk. Don't need the upper deck doors open, I don't think. We'll see if GSX is happy with that or not. Oh, you know what we should do? We should get the little man out and watch Ben taxi in from down here, because it'd be much cooler. Sense of perspective, you know. Right. Who was he abusing you? Might have to do a flight auxiliary and drive straight through buildings. What did I miss last night, Scott? I didn't see that. Sorry, Satiric. It's good. You're currently on the experimental version. A lot of functionality added, including SimBrief integration. How does it feel to fly, though? Does it feel like a heavy aircraft? Because that's what I found the 787 needed more than, a fully featured FNC and all the rest of it. But if they're doing what Fly-by-Wire did, then that's pretty good, isn't it? Pretty promising. Ludwig, hello. Haven't seen you for ages. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I'm all right, thank you. How are you? Welcome back. Riley, I missed your message. Sorry, it must have been at the height of my concentration. Welcome. Winteroo, hello. You are a little late, but not too bad. Ooh, who's this? Simon, thank you.
It's been a pleasure flying along, guys. Thanks for a nice afternoon flight.
It's been a pleasure flying with you as well, and we must do it again soon. Thank you for joining.
Luxembourg traffic, Iberia, 55, Quebec is pushing back.
Just check on the old cargo. Yeah, it's all doing okay, getting unloaded. Here he comes.
Luxembourg traffic, Iberia, 55.
You did, Joel. You did. Welcome. Yeah, we've just landed. It went pretty well. A couple of little minor hiccups, but by and large, a good flight. And we're just watching Ben's arrival now. I'm gonna get a bit closer. Shouldn't really, but look at that.
Might check.
Probably don't need to run everywhere. It's a bit unprofessional.
VG555, Cargolux #1.
Thank you, Iberia, 55, Quebec.
Yeah, I will. I will open the nose door. Yeah, I will. I'll just wait for Ben to park up. Where's he going? He's making me do a lot of running. They have, yeah, I've had that. That was out a little while ago, Ludwig, actually, that Nice. And yeah, I've got it. I recommend it. Although, to be fair, I haven't actually compared it with the with the new World Update version. I assume it's better, but I can't swear by it. Yeah, I have that effect on 747s. This is cool, isn't it? That is... This, other than the graphics, this is everything you could want from flight simming. Giant, good-looking planes. VATSIM multiplayer stuff going on. Watching each other park. We've got the luggage coming off here. We've got the crew deboarding onto the bus here. It's just... It's such a complete experience in this sim, it really is. Oh, well done, Simon. That's no mean feat in the CRJ. Yeah, thanks for the long runway. Absolutely. Well, seeing as those two have decided their shift's over, I guess I'd better get back on board and sort some stuff out. Right, we wanted the nose door open, didn't we? We'll do that. And let's look at it from this perspective. Yeah, it is cool. Have I got the add-on that adds liveries to ground handling? No, for MSFS, no, I haven't. Is it? No, I haven't. The A380 is a cutie.
Iberia 55 Quebec is taxiing to runway 06.
Look at that.
Luxembourg traffic, Swiss 555, we're going to follow the Iberia to runway 06.
Look at that. Who Dickens? I'll allow it. I'll allow that message. But, no, I'll just allow it. Laptops have arrived, yeah. Oh dear, I'm a bit stuck. Oh, it's not ideal. Stop it. Right, thank you. It's very funny about where it'll let you walk. It obviously thinks that the plane's nose is a lot lower than it is. No worries, Martin. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me about that. You wouldn't try the 747 without the salty mod. I'll give it a go at some point. I'll give it a go. So, in general, I know this is not a representative sample of everyone who watches me, but what did you think of the 747 stream? Did you enjoy it more or less than flying the 3 planes I fly in MSFS? Is it something you want to see more of alongside my MSFS stuff? Ugh, can't spit that out. Yes, indeed it is. Hello. This is P3D, yeah, and the PMDG 747, which we've just flown in from Prestwick. You don't usually like this sim, but yeah, IG. Okay. More P3D. Yes, it was great. Replay of the landing. Ooh. I've switched all the engines off. Hang on. Do you know, it hadn't even occurred to me. Replay. Is it too late? I think you only get about 20 minutes. I've missed it, I think. I can't replay this landing. I'm really sorry. Don't think I can. Yeah, I'm just looking at what the playback's recorded. Yeah, and it's gone back 20 minutes, and I think we've been on the ground for 20 minutes. But next time, next 747 stream, we shall do a replay, I promise. No more 747. You'd love it, Max. What are you talking about? Just because we're not flying out of Manchester or Birmingham in MSFS doesn't mean it's bad. Good. So general consensus seems to be, I mean, I guess you're all people who have stayed to the end, so you are a little bit biased, but yeah, okay, good. Well, I'd like to do more 747 streams, so we shall do it. And thank you, Satira. And thank you, Simon. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Martin. Cargo loading and unloading. It is, and this is GSX, and GSX they are working on bringing to MSFS. It's an FS Dream Team product. It'll make a huge difference to immersion, I think. Scott, you'd like to see more good, just like me flying the 747 is probably going to be more popular than the FS Labs A320, isn't it? Which is the other plane that I like flying in this sim. You like me as a streamer, so you don't care what I fly. Fine. Yeah, it is. This aspect of it outshines MSFS by a long way. This and the quality of the planes. Right, let's get back on board and shut this door before the plane gets wet. I don't want my plane getting wet. Right. Salty, yes. My apologies, Max. I was a little salty. Yeah, you definitely want to see yourselves. But imagine if I was in MSFS and it did decent model matching with the Cargolux. You didn't see it, Ben, when we flew to where are we going tonight? That place in South America? Quito. When we flew there and there was a Cargolux 747 taking off in MSFS, it was just beautiful. Just beautiful. So maybe we should try and make that happen at some point. Your boom arm arrived just as you got home from school. Now you need a mic. Excellent. What are you doing with your mic? Is this for your streaming, Riley? This is prepared version 5 or P3D version 5, Jammy. It's highly modded. So you can see all of the add-ons I'm using in the video description. I've got quite a lot installed. If modded, I see a lot of potential for MSFS. Yeah, there is. MSFS, when it has a plane like this, will be unbeatable. There'll be no going back. Once I've got a 747, I will probably just uninstall P3D and never look at it again.
Iberia 5
for your streaming. Cool. We should. The flight tonight is nearly as... I know. I'm really excited about tonight's flight as well. So I just use a cheap headset, Riley. I don't have a separate mic or a boom. I got this headset off Amazon when I first started streaming. It was about £15, and I thought, well, I don't want to spend loads of money. I just to give this a go, and I think it's really good. You know, the audio quality from the headphones is good. The microphone quality is pretty good. So yeah, so I don't know about microphones. Is the short answer to that. The main thing missing is add-ons like that. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it moderated. Yeah, I do need to get myself a new graphics card and probably to do some more upgrading as well. Anyway, let's do the shutdown checklist.
The shutdown checklist, please.
Shutdown checklist. Hydraulic panel. Set. Fuel pumps. Off. Flaps.
Oh, Garlic
up,
Games, welcome
brake.
back.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Off. Shutdown checklist complete.
When is the next stream? The next stream is going to be on Saturday during the day. Probably a similar time, about 1300 Zulu, 1400 UK time. But do join my Discord server if you're not there already. I'll announce it on there and I'll announce it on YouTube as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Haven't totally set it in stone, but I think on Saturday will be my next stream. Good. I'm going to call it a day there. Thank you all very much for joining. A particular thank you to Dickens for upgrading to Club Filbert Silver, and to Simon for the £7.47 donation. Very much appreciated. And I look forward to seeing all of you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.